Good afternoon. The era of hemp prohibition is over. We have now seen the Farm Bill, 2018 Farm Bill signed into law. And, forevermore, hemp and hemp extracts and derivatives and cannabinoids are legal and removed permanently from the Controlled Substances Act. It was signed into law with amongst a fervor of bipartisan support. It was rare to see the president praising Democrats. You don't see that happen very much, but this is a victory for Democrats, a victory for Republicans, a victory for people who don't give a darn about politics, because now we can proudly say that the era of hemp prohibition is over. So what does the bill mean? We have just sent out an email to our hemp supporters, and if you're not on the hemp supporter, let's go to hempsupporter.com and sign up, but sent out our statement today. Principally, again, what it does is it removes hemp from the Controlled Substances Act, removes hemp-derived CBD and other cannabinoids, hemp extracts from the Controlled Substances Act, making them agricultural commodities. This is so important on so many levels. Most prominently, that there are a whole lot of federal regulated industries that were very cautious and concerned and sat on the sidelines when it came to the pilot programs. They were banks, credit card companies, merchant services, Facebooks, Twitters, etc. People who were not taking ads from hemp companies. And now I don't think we're going to see automatically within the next 5 minutes that change, because there's going to be an education process. But the fact is, there's now no excuse for federal entities, federally regulated entities, not to engage in hemp business and hemp CBD business. This is a new era where people can be comfortable, and that will let capitalism reign. Private entities don't have to do business with other private entities, but capitalism will help us ensure that there will be a very robust hemp industry supported by financial institutions, credit card companies, etc. Now, have all of our issues gone away? I don't want to give that impression. Is now there still are some battle lines that need to be continued. First and foremost is at the state level. The Farm Bill provides that states can be more restrictive than the federal government. And just as if we have 20 counties in my home state of Kentucky that 100 years after alcohol prohibition was lifted still are dry and you can't buy Kentucky bourbon in them, states could continue to regulate hemp a bit more restrictively. However, they cannot prohibit the transportation of hemp and hemp products to their state. So even if say an Idaho decides that it's going to still have a prohibition on hemp, people will be able to ship hemp and hemp seeds and hemp CBD through Idaho, from Oregon through Idaho into Montana or Colorado, etc. So that's an important point, though, that there still are states like California and Ohio where we have a battle on our hands. But this win today helps us with that battle. First of all, you're going to see, I believe, a number of politicians follow the lead of what the Alabama Attorney General did last week. He had first declared that CBD was illegal just a couple weeks ago. Then he said, because of the Farm Bill, it is now legal as long as it's hemp derived. We're hopeful that other AGs and agencies and law enforcement will follow that lead and will take the cue of the U.S. Hemp Farm Bill to legalize fully hemp and hemp products in their states. However, we can't count on that happening, and so the U.S. Hemp Roundtable is going to continue to be very vigilant, and we have lobbyists hired in many of these states to help push full hemp legalization across the finish line in state capitals now that we have it passed in Washington. The other big issue, of course, is the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA. 3 years ago, you may remember, there was a Q&A posted on their site. It's not binding, but it scared a lot in the industry, saying that hemp could not be marketed as a food additive or a supplement. They have not enforced on that. The FDA has only sent warning letters to companies that wrongly advertise their products for medicinal purposes. However, that is out there, and it has caused confusion, and it has caused state and local authorities to sometimes take action, or at least make statements that are negative towards hemp-derived products like CBD. All right. We need your help in Nebraska. Nebraska is a very similar state to Idaho and to Alabama. Nebraska's Attorney General has made a similar declaration. But what's interesting, if you look at Idaho, Nebraska, and Alabama, they all have a very similar law. And that law is based on the Model Controlled Substances Act, which states passed shortly after the federal government passed the Controlled Substances Act. And under that act, marijuana is considered a controlled substance. And it doesn't mention hemp. And so some states like Idaho that don't have hemp don't have that protection. However, the Controlled Substances Act, the state act, also has an exception. And it says that marijuana is considered a controlled substance, quote, unless specifically accepted, end quote. Now, we believe that the 2018 Farm Bill has now specifically accepted hemp-derived CBD and hemp from drug control. So we are hopeful that, like Alabama, the attorneys general of Nebraska and Idaho will follow that lead and will make it clear that hemp and hemp CBD can be sold at retail in those states. Again, we can't count on that. There still is a lot of misinterpretation of the laws, and so this will be something that we will be following in those states and other states, again, like California and Ohio, to try to make sure that in all 50 states that it will be clear that hemp and hemp-derived CBD can be sold at retail. And so the U.S. Hemp Roundtable, in cooperation with other organizations like the Hemp Industries Association, like the American Herbal Products Association, which has taken the lead on this, we're going to be meeting with the FDA to try to set forward a pathway that will allow for the full retail sale of CBD over the counter, not as a drug, but as either a supplement or a food or both. And we're hopeful that we're going to be able to reach resolution sometime in 2019. But do know that as this goes on, we will be continuing to monitor these situations. And while this is an enormous victory, and we're going to celebrate, and I hope you pop your champagnes and sing a little Kool in the Gang today in celebration, that we're going to continue this fight. And we'd like you to continue to support us in that fight. So please, if you haven't already, if you're new to this whole world of the Hemp Roundtable, please go to hempsupporter.com and sign up as a hemp supporter. Really simple. Just leave your name and email address as well as your zip code so we know what city you're in. We'll keep you updated on what's going on, and we'll also empower you so that when we have a battle in your state, for example, if you're in California or Ohio, you're able to send emails directly to your legislators, even just by typing in your zip code. So this is something that we're going to continue to do, and we're going to continue to fight for, but we need your help. So please become a hemp supporter, hempsupporter.com.